The time has finally arrived. The video that people have been spamming me and harassing me to do has come. Naruto, the last movie update. First, let's get the best character of the show out of the way, okay? His full body design came out in chibi form. You know, you can see him. Right, yeah, there you go. See? He's looking like a Native American hipster. No offense to either of those two groups. Then we got 3 new designs, the Ino Shiba show designs. Actually, just Ino Shiba, I guess. Ino, Shino, and Kiba. And they all look great. I think that's everybody who matters, like, that we haven't seen yet. I'll talk about Hinata in a bit, obviously. Actually, I take that back. You know, the Kages kinda matter. Kiba looks good, he's got some scruff and shit. Looks more like a dog than anything else. Which begs the question, where is Akamaru? Don't tell me he's dead. It looks like he's wearing a vest underneath that jacket, which if you ask me, that must get really warm. But anyway, on to Shino. His hair, it grew. He's got new shades, which look cooler, because the ones that he had in both Part 1 and Part 2 were circular. These are actually like, they're like Neo shades, you know, just like Matrix type deal. And of course, Ino looking fucking amazing. Then again, in my eyes, she's always looked great. Her long hair is pretty much down to the ground. Almost. And, you know, this kind of reminds me of a conversation that Shikamaru had with Choji back in Part 1, where Shikamaru was telling Choji that if Ino were to gain a little bit more weight, like she would be twice as popular because guys go for healthy-looking girls. And I think that's basically what happened. Her sexy abdomen is exposed, and she's still wearing those fishnet stockings. It's just that she's wearing a skirt that pretty much cover them up. Will cover her legs up. But yeah, she looks beautiful. On to the 4th design, which is a character that Kishimoto designed specifically for the movie. I think he's the villain, because it's like, who else would he be if he wouldn't be the bad guy? But anyway, there's been some speculation stating that he might be related to Kaguya and Hagoromo because it looks like he has the Byakugan. If you look at his design, it looks like he has the Byakugan because he doesn't have, like, I don't see any pupils there. It's just like, you know, the cornea, or, you know, the way that Neji and Hinata's eyes look like. And also he has the crescent moon tattoo on his jacket along with the sun, which is related to the Sage of the Six Paths, so the speculation is pretty valid. Another piece of information that adds further validity to this guy being the antagonist of the movie is, and by the way, shout out to the people on Tumblr and Facebook that send me the links, a lot of female viewers, thank you. A basic summary of the last movie is, and I quote, Hanabi, so Hinata's little sister, was kidnapped by a mysterious man, and Naruto, Sai, Shikamaru, Sakura, and Hinata go on a mission to rescue her. So it's gonna be Hyuga-centric. Neji might even come back from the dead, I don't know. You know, Obito survived that boulder, maybe Neji survived the toothpicks. The tagline of the movie is, quote, "The final story is a first love." Now, if you remember, when Minato, Edo Tensei Minato, was leaving, Naruto took the opportunity to regurgitate and repeat the stuff that pretty much Kushina wished for his son before she died. Naruto was like, I respect my teachers and I'll try to eat more than just ramen, and I've made really good friends. Sasuke! And then the last thing he said was like, and I haven't really met, or, you know, I haven't really seen a girl that I think is as great as Mom, but I'm working on it. And then he starts to cry. So I think this is the final thing that Naruto needs to do. What's interesting about this is that a CD cover came out for the movie. Well, actually a CD, and the cover features Naruto and Hinata. The thing about this is that I get to be the guy to say, I told you so. As of right now, I don't care as much as I used to. I really don't. But it's kind of a fucking weird coincidence that the first review I did was when Hinata confesses to Naruto. And so I think, for me at least, this whole story comes full circle. And I have to say, though, I do feel bad for the Narusaku people, because out of curiosity, I visit some of the forums, and, you know, some threads are being shut down because people can't talk decently to each other anymore. They're being blocked, they're being shut down, because it is a mess. It is the fucking Titanic for the Narusaku people. I mean, that shit just hit the fucking iceberg, and there ain't no Jack and Rose there. People are rushing to the lifeboats. You know, it's only a matter of time before the guards start shooting people, and closing the gates on those that belong in third class. It is a fucking mess, which is why I delayed this video as much as possible, okay? Because really, it's just like, I have to say, it's a little bit fucked up that the one thing that people care about the most are the pairings. By the way, when it comes to Hinata's design, I think she looks fine. I mean, I think Ino is best girl, but I do have a question. Why is Hinata always shown looking to the side? All the characters that we've seen thus far that actually matter, we've gotten a headshot and they're looking straight at the camera. What is Hinata hiding? Is half of her face deformed? Is she the new Two-Face? Seriously though, it's interesting that that's one of the things that they've been adamant about hiding what Hinata looks like up front. Maybe she has something in her eye. You know how like Sasuke has like that retarded fucking Sharingan? Alright, so maybe Hinata has something like another version of the Byakugan that's more powerful. I don't know. And I've read some posts that say that people are upset because she's dressed kind of like Sakura. Not exactly, but the way that she's dressed kind of resembles what Sakura would usually wear. I mean, she's wearing boots and like these pantyhose type stockings that I seriously doubt Sakura would ever wear, but that's not the point. I have a theory about this entire mess. I was one of the people who complained about the fact that these designs pretty much spoil the ending of the Naruto versus Sasuke fight because we know that neither of them are gonna die. And then I thought, that's interesting. Why would we be getting these designs this early if this spoils part of the ending of Naruto? I think that the last chapter of Naruto is going to end with these designs in this time period. So what I think is going to happen is that in the last chapter, Kishimoto's going to write like, oh, 3 years later. So those final panels, in my opinion, of the manga will feature the characters looking like this, okay? And the reason why they needed to release the designs is for us to not be super surprised and be like, what the fuck, they look so different. And this is giving us some type of basis in like, we know about the designs now, we know that this is in the future, so Kishimoto can take that mini time skip and just end the series with these designs. That being said, I think the movie is going to fill us in on that time gap between the final Naruto and Sasuke fight and the ending that Kishimoto has planned out. Because I think that Kishimoto deserves to have the final word in the manga, not in the theater. I think the legitimate ending has to be in the manga. Like, the movie to me would just be progress. If Naruto becomes canon, it'll be in the manga. The movie is going to contain the progress and development that we need in order to be okay with the ending that Kishimoto ends up giving us in the manga. Because people have been saying, how the fuck is Kishimoto going to end this within, what is it, like 3 chapters now? You know? And I would answer now, I think that's what the movie partly is for. That being said, I've heard so many things about a lot of stuff pointing in the direction of Naruto ending up with Hinata in the last couple of days. It's ridiculous. Like, to the point where somebody told me, like, the 2015 calendar of Naruto features Naruto and Hinata in the month of October, which is Naruto's birthday month. And then, like, somebody told me that an anime assistant posted some tweets saying that Naruto was canon, that Naruto, like, really didn't see Sakura in that romantic way ever since the Pain arc. And then he deleted the tweets because it's like, oh shit, I think I just, you know, I let the cat out of the bag too soon. This is poor marketing. To me, all the evidence, or most of the evidence at this point, ends with Naruto and Hinata. Like, there's just so much fucking proof that it's just, this is the direction of the story and where it's going. Think about it. Do you really honestly believe, okay, that all this Hyuga-centered related publicity for the movie is just there to be a troll, so that Naruto in the movie ends up going like, you know, Hinata, I really like you as a friend. The slogan is a first love, not the friend-zoning act of the fucking century. If you remove this pairing, if you just completely destroy it, okay, then Hinata's character, what's the purpose of it? Like, seriously, it's like Hinata's goal, aspiration, and motivation has always been Naruto. So if all this buildup leads up to nothing, okay, boy, then we need to talk about shitty fucking writing. Shout out to my man Swagbito. Do you believe in happy endings? Alright, I'm sounding mad cheesy, and I guess The question now is, well, what happens between Sasuke and Sakura? What happens to Sasusaku? And my answer is that Sasusaku right now, and maybe it always has been this way, but it depends entirely on Sasuke. And Sasuke is as predictable and as emotionally stable as a bull that's about to be castrated. So you just don't know what the bull is going to do. That's it for me. Check the links in the description. I'll catch you guys later. Comment, rate, subscribe. Appreciate all of that. Thanks.